stops turning the darkness away. Light a candle to start a new dawn. Let it be light.
I wander today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the scene below. The creek and the creaking old mill, Maggie, as we used to long, long ago. The green grove is gone from the hills, Maggie, where first the daisy sprung. The creaking old mill is still, Maggie, since you and I were young. Oh, they say that I'm feeble with age, Maggie. My steps are much slower than then. My face is a well-written page, Maggie, and time all alone was the pen. They say we have outlived our time, Maggie, as dated as songs that we've sung. But to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. They say we have outlived our time, Maggie, as dated as songs that we've sung. But to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. When you and I were young.
Good afternoon, and on behalf of Mary's family, I say welcome as we gather in respect to say a fond farewell and celebrate the life of this feisty lady, hardworking, funny, and caring. I would also like to acknowledge those joining us today on live stream. It's important for both you and those of us here to know that you are sharing this afternoon with us. And this might be a good moment to just check that your phone is off or switched to silent, please. Our destination is far greater than we know, and for some it may not be long, and for others, such as Mary, we live to a great age. There are many different paths along the way, some, as they were for Mary at times, tough paths, and others as she eventually found joy. On behalf of myself, Barbara, Peter and the Parkside family, we are very honoured to send Mary on her forward journey, allowing her family to tell her story and to speak of her with great fondness, tremendous fun, and of course, great sadness in her passing. Before we read her eulogy, I would like to recite a poem that somewhat reflects the last 4 years of Mary's life living with dementia. The family would like to recognise this, as we know that most of you here today and beyond will have in some way lived with dementia and that world of confusion that comes with it. I know that nothing ever lasts, and my memories were fading fast. I had my photographs, and I know we used to laugh. You come and sit with me each day, I'd hear most of what you'd say, but sometimes I don't understand. I am so glad you held my hand. I wish that I could let you in to see what's beneath my skin. I'd let you wander through my mind and let you watch my dreams unwind. I tried to recognise your face, but it's changed in so many ways. Are you the child that I adored? Why can't I see you anymore? I wish that I could explain that nothing ever feels the same. Now I travel on my own, for I have been called back home. Christine Mary Short passed away in Yarrandoo Nursing Home, Somerset on Thursday, the 11th of April, her 2 sons, Dawn and Leon, by her side. I will call her Mary from here on in, as that was her much preferred name. Dawn mentioned that even in her confused mind towards the end, she did have some recognition of her boys by her side, and it's as is often the lovely case in these situations. Mary's family would like to say a grateful thanks for all the care given to their mother while in Yarrandoo. She was very much a character to them and often her feisty self. Thank you, Yarrandoo. I have some words from Dawn. We shared a special bond. We never said I loved you. We never had a hug. We never gave each other a kiss. But we knew how each other felt. Love you, Mum. At the time of her passing, Mary was 92, just a few months short of 93. And of course, our elders at this great age have witnessed much, participated in much across their lifespan. Today is but a snippet of her time here. However, all her life is important, as are the memories that she has left with everyone. Mary was born on Tuesday, the 8th of September 1931, to Mother Desi and Father Harry. However, due to family matters of that time period, Mary was raised by her grandparents, Alfred and Amy Gray. They were farmers at Redpath. Mary had 3 siblings, Rosa, Les and Lil. She was homeschooled for a short time until the family moved to Natone, and Mary attended school there. From Natone, they moved to Ridgeley, and it was here she met her first husband, Keith. They went on to have 11 children, and after a life of tricky hardship, Mary would eventually meet and marry her second husband, Victor Short, and they had 2 children, making 13 in all. When speaking of her children, Mary, and now some of her children, would often say, "How many children? Let me see. Now, there's Robert and Leslie, Donald, Christine. That's 4. Oh, then there's Gary and Shirley, Leon. But wait, there's more. Ricky, Karen, Kerry, Mark, Janelle, and Craig." Mary always said that she didn't know where her children came from. Of course, add all their respective wives and husbands to that list, and you have a very large family. Sadly, Mary saw 3 of her children pass before her, something no mother wants to go through. Victor and Mary married in Burney on Thursday, the 27th of March, 1975. Victor was a meter reader, and as I mentioned, they had their children, Janelle and Craig, together. Victor was a kind man, and they shared 8 years before he passed. Mary looked after him during his illness, including living down at the Spur Wing in Launceston, part of the hospital where rural people can go and stay while their family are in hospital. Not only did Mary help out at the wing, when the caretaker went on holiday, such as Christmas, etc., Mary would take over and do all the cooking, looking after the Spur Wing until that person returned. Sadly, Victor passed in 1983. From all her children, Mary saw the arrival of 34 grandchildren, 34 grandchildren, 40 great-grandchildren, and 5 great-great-grandchildren. But wait, there's another one on the way. I have to say, when the family said she didn't like children, I wasn't sure if they were joshing me or not. However, it seems crying babies were not kind to Mary's ears. I could tell in meeting Mary's children that she was indeed a character, with her own sayings, her no-nonsense ways, and her outspokenness. There were many laughs as I heard about her life in that lovely living room full of memories. Going back a while, Mary played a little footy in her younger years. Yes, footy. And had one session of bowls with the South Burney Bowls Club. Some of her jobs in her working life were in retail, paper checker at the pulp, cooking in a restaurant, and finally being cook at Green's Hotel in Burney. I'm told that she was a very good cook. One of her legacies is that she taught all her children how to cook and clean, enabling them to be self-sufficient if need be. If the children were running away from home when young, Mary would just say, "You'll get hungry sometime." As it became more difficult for Mary to live on her own, she came to live with Dawn for the rest of the family nearby, helping out when they could. She was at Dawn's for 6 years before she had trouble with her legs, saw her go into Yarrandoo. I'd now like to read some tributes from some grandchildren. This one from Kylie. A grandmother's love lasts forever. Nan may have been had a different way of showing her love for each of us, and we all got a different version of Nan. I loved my version the best. The stories Nan used to tell, the biscuits she used to bake, the lollies Nan used to share, but most of all, I loved the advice Nan gave to me, that it's okay to have a husband and a boyfriend together. Sorry, Jason. And to take days off work when I didn't feel like going in. Nan, your memory will never fade. I love you, Kylie. And this one from grandchild D. Our beautiful Nan, 92 years young, 13 children and so many grandchildren. Great-grandchildren, and even a few great-great-grandchildren. What an achievement. Nan, you always had the best advice, not always conventional or what most would deem as appropriate, but we never cared. I treasured the advice you gave to us. I will always remember the sleepover we had, many laughs and memories made, and so many belly laughs. There were so many of those. One particular sleepover springs to mind. Rel, is that Rel? Thank you. Rel and I were staying this particular night, and Nan was always on the cooler side. She asked us girls, in her little bit of confusion, if there was enough wood on the fire. Nan had a heat pump. Rel got up and turned up the heat pump, and all was well. Come bedtime, Rel said to Nan, "I'll stoke up the fire and throw some wood on it." Nan gave me a weird look and said, "I've got a effing heat pump." This had us in stitches, and I'd never heard my Nan swear. We had a crack up, and what else could we do? This provided one of the best memories, and boy, there were many of those. I'll miss picking you up every second Wednesday for lunch so that you could order your flattered bat head instead of battered flathead. And soon as you were seated, if the staff weren't there in a timely manner, we'd know it. I miss asking Nan, would you like a cup of tea? She'd spring up like a jack-in-the-box, turn to me with her biggest grin and say, how did you know? I miss making those endless cups of tea, even though most went cold. I'll do it all again in a lifetime, Nan. There are so many great memories that will forever be ours to treasure. The light in your eyes when your boy Jade would come visit always make me smile, and one of my best memories. There are so many more. I'll treasure them forever. It's time to rest, Nan. You've earned it. You've done us all proud. Back in the arms of the loved ones gone before you, I love you forever and always until we meet again, my beautiful angel, forever your Dino, your boy Jade and family.
We've done us proud to come this far, down through the years to where we are, side by side, hand in hand. We've lived and died for this great land. Done us proud. I sailed the sea in search of freedom. I tilled the soil for seed to grow. I built the fences to hold the cattle. I mined the earth search of gold. I sheared the sheep of golden fleeces. I formed a union to win fair pay. I built a railroad to cross the country. I fought a war my country's sake. We've done us proud to come this far, down through the years to where we are, side by side, hand in hand. We've lived and died for this great land. We've done us proud. I kept a home and raised a family. I taught your children as if my own. I painted pictures to show the beauty. I wrote the stories to keep the flame.
Some very precious memories there. I'd just like to remind everyone after the service today there will be refreshments served at the top of the town hotel. And as per Mary's instruction, if there's anything left, first round on her. I'm just about to read a poem picked by the family. And after that time, we will play an instrumental song where I will let the family put some petals out for Mum. So if we could just wait till that is finished, and then we'll have the closing of the ceremony. Thank you. A poem called Mum. You may have thought we didn't see or that we hadn't heard life lessons that you taught to us, but we got every word. Perhaps you thought we missed it all and that we'd grow apart, but Mum, we picked up everything. It's written in our heart. Without you, Mum, we wouldn't be the people we are today. We may have rolled our eyes at times when you had your say. We've grown up with your values, and we're very glad we did. So here's to you, Mum, from all your forever grateful kids. Mary Short, you were a feisty lady, not afraid to say what you thought, bringing up 13 children to be good adults that they are today. It was clear to me that there are 92, almost 93 years of memories, sayings, laughter, tears, and cheek that will be spoken of at many family gatherings. It will take the family time to adjust to their loss, and although you may have been lost once to them in that world of confusing dementia, you know that you are now an even bigger loss. However, I see your humour in your children, and I'm sure they all have your resilience. Mothers never really leave for their part of who is left. Their mannerisms, a similar face, a photo, a memento, a saying. They're all reminders. To the family, sit with your grief and allow it to be there, and when you're ready, and only when you're ready, life as you know it will return. A little different, but it will go on. Mary, we send you forward. Your children and Victor will be waiting. You may already be there with them, telling them what to do. May your mind and your body now rest in very deep peace.
Looking forward, looking back, I've come a long way down the track, got a long way left to go, making songs from what I know, making sense of what I've seen, all the love we've had between you and I along the track, looking forward, looking back. There are strange days full of change on the way, but we'll be fine. Unlike some, I'll be leaning forward to see what's coming, looking forward, looking back. I've come a long way down the track, got a long way left to go, making songs from what I know. If I'm alone at night, I can see through all triviality of the day, and I'm okay. I just think of those who are dear to me, looking forward, looking back. I've come a long way down the track, got a long way left to go, making songs from what I know, making songs from what I know, looking for